Hey guys, this is Sean Ogle of Location 180, and today I am going to go in depth and tell you all about my Bali packing list. So I'm getting ready to head up to Southeast Asia for the next couple months, and I've got a lot of stuff. I'm going to try and do something that I did last year, which was travel all throughout Asia in just my North Face Surge backpack. You know, this backpack is incredible because it has tons of spots for, electronics, little gear, my laptop, which was probably the most important part, and the problem is it's about the size of a day pack, so it's not exactly the biggest backpack in the world. And as you can see, I've got all sorts of stuff, some clothes down here, and it's going to be a little interesting to figure out exactly how to get everything in here. But I'm going to go through, I'm going to tell you what I'm bringing, I'm going to tell you why I'm bringing it, and if you're getting ready to pack for a trip to Bali, Southeast Asia, Thailand, any of those types of places, hopefully you're going to find some value out of this. So one thing, as of right now, I'm 95% sure that I will not be bringing my digital SLR. This is something that I've spent a lot of time thinking about because I've gotten, very into photography lately, and I spent all throughout 2010 traveling through Thailand taking HDR photographs, and so this is a big deal. But I'm going to focus a little bit more on video here for this trip, and so I think it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make because that's the difference between taking one backpack and two backpacks. And as I'm traveling throughout Asia, especially if I'm on motorbikes and things like that, then it gets to be quite the pain. So anyway, that said, let's get going. So first off, I am taking the North Face Surge, which I let you guys know. I'm going to try and use that exclusively on this trip. And as you can see, I've got a fair amount of electronics here. So let's cover that real quickly. First off, I'm going to take a Seagate 1 terabyte portable hard drive. I'm going to be taking a lot of video, and having a place to dump all of this video is going to be extremely important because my hard drive is already full enough as it is. I've got my other hard drive here, which is 500 gigs, which I may be bringing, and that's strictly just for backup. So I've got all my photos from years past, my Time Machine backup for my Mac, so that may or may not be coming. Over here, you can see I've got my MacBook Pro 15-inch and a case to go with it. So that's definitely going to be the biggest piece of gear I take. I work from anywhere in the world, so I'm going to be launching the biggest website of my life, Location Rebel, so I'm really excited about that, and I'm doing the whole launch from my MacBook, from Bali, and so that's going to be interesting. So I've got the charger for that, and that is something that I really want to bring up because once you start adding gear, you have a ton of different components. So you've got USB cords for transfers and charging. You've got multiple cameras. I mean, I've got so much just miscellaneous stuff here. So let's talk about some of the cooler things. So I'm going to be bringing no less than 4 cameras with me. So I've got 2 of these Kodak Play Touches or Play Sports. So one of them you can see right there. That's shooting this multi-angle shot we've got going on right now. I've got a I've also got a Canon HF200 portable camera there. So that's basically the camera that has done the majority of my film work lately. And right here,
that's not funny.
you can see my other Canon point and shoot. I'm taking a Canon L500 HS. This camera, I have been blown away by the quality. That's the one that you're probably watching right now. Shoots beautiful 1080p video, the sound's good, and it fits in your pocket. So that's going to be the camera I'm doing the majority of my work with. But you might be wondering, it's like, why am I taking so many different cameras? When it comes down to it, I want to be able to really capture the experience that I'm having. I want all the people around me to be able to capture it from their perspectives, and with Final Cut Pro, it makes it super easy to synchronize the clips and make it look like you've got a much more professional multi-camera shoot than you actually do. And I'm going to be honest, I've never done that before. So I have 3 cameras set up right now, and I'm going to try and do that with this video. So we'll see how it turns out, but I just really wanted to be able to capture everything as it was going on. So to be able to take a couple cameras that are waterproof, shockproof, a nicer point and shoot, and a really good high-quality HD camcorder for interviews and things like that is going to be really cool. Along with that, I've got Audio Technica lavalier mic. I got this for like 25 bucks off Amazon. You know, 20-foot cord, super easy. You put it up through your shirt, and it's great for interviews. So if the in-camera, you know, microphone kind of sucks, like it's really, really nice having an external mic. So what else? Clothes. A lot of people are saying, what type of clothes do you bring to Southeast Asia? So first off, the other day I picked up this icebreaker shirt. It's a smart wool shirt that is fantastic for things like this because it, you know, is super sweat resistant. You can wear this thing for weeks and it's not going to start to smell, and so when you're in a tropical climate, you know, that's really, really key. So I'm also, let's see, I've got a nicer polo shirt, a couple collared shirts, so just if you're, you know, going to go out at night and, you know, do whatever, it's nice to have a little bit of a nicer shirt. I decided I'm not going to bring a pair of jeans. You know, that's been one of my big question marks is, do I bring jeans or not? And I've decided that these are heavy and they're bulky, and when you've got one backpack, it's going to take up a ton of space. So when I was in Bangkok last year, I wore my jeans quite a bit. We'd go out to clubs or bars, and, you know, it definitely didn't really get any colder at night, so I was never really looking forward to wearing the jeans, but I was glad I had them. Now I'm going to be on the beach, and as I understand it, there really are very few places in Bali where you can get by without, or there's very few places where you need to have jeans. So I'm not too worried about that. I've got a bunch of pairs of shorts. I've got board shorts. I've got another pair of swim trunks, a couple pairs of shorts. You know, I'm only bringing like 3-4 pairs of underwear, so I'm going to be washing those on a pretty regular basis. 2 pairs of socks. You can see over here I've got a pair of running shoes and a pair of sandals. And I may be bringing 1 other pair of shoes. I may go buy, you know, kind of some nicer running shoes that can double as, you know, shoes if I'm going out or going hiking or something like that. The only type of jacket I'm going to bring is a long sleeve thermal t-shirt from American Apparel. I wear these all the time in the spring and the fall, and so I figure if I get cold, this is kind of, you know, all I need. It's small, it's compact. It's not going to help me much in monsoon, but hopefully it's going to do the job. So what else? You know, I've got my basic toiletries. I've got a couple things of toothpaste, a toothbrush, some Advil, a razor, which, you know, let's be honest, I'm probably not going to use that much. A few gifts from my girlfriend to take with me as mementos and whatnot. Deodorant. If you've ever been to Asia, finding good, you know, stick deodorant is a really difficult thing. So, you know, I would definitely encourage you to get a brand new thing, bring that with you, because that's going to be tough to find. I've got my JetBlue snooze kit. I picked this up on a flight a few months ago, and it's basically just an eye mask and earplugs, and I'm going to be spending a fair amount of time on airplanes and traveling around, so I figured I'd throw it in the bag, and, you know, hopefully it will help me out a little bit. So now I want to talk about one of the key things I'm bringing that is going to help make a huge difference when it comes to packing lightly and carrying a lot of stuff. Nylon foot bag, so shoe bag. So this is just something, I picked this up for like $7 at a Nike outlet, and I had an Adidas one for my last trip, and it finally wore through because I used it so much. But this is something, you can fold it up super, super small, stick it at the bottom of your bag, and it takes up very little space. But if you need, you know, say I do decide to bring my SLR over here, I can stick that whole case in here, carry it around like a second bag, and it really makes things easier. So if I decide I want to go for a hike or go take a day trip and I don't want to take the bigger North Face bag, I can take that, and it makes my life so much easier. So, you know, I think with that, you know, that's pretty much what I'm bringing. I'm also bringing a Apple iPod Touch. This is fantastic for doing things like Skype phone calls, checking your email on the go. You know, normally I've got my smartphone with me, and I'll probably pick up a local phone when I get there. We'll see, I'm not entirely sure, but, you know, this doubles as a great, great travel tool. Anywhere you've got Wi-Fi, you can pretty much use it as you would an iPhone. You know, as long as you've got Skype, I can, you know, take my $2.99 a month plan, and I can call any cell phone in the United States, which is just invaluable. It's awesome. So I'll be bringing that with me. A few other miscellaneous travel things, you know, locks, anytime you're staying in hostels. You know, I'm going to be carrying a ton of gear here. Probably too much expensive gear. And you don't want that stuff stolen. So I'm going to take a couple locks, adapter for power outlets. You never really know what you're going to get in Asia, and so sometimes they've got great 12-volt adapters, other times you need you know, something special. And, you know, I think for the most part, you know, I've got a few other, like, miscellaneous USB, you know, ports, thumb drives, And that's kind of the gist of it. You know, that's pretty much what I'm going to take. I'll let you guys know again here in a couple days how that actually works out for me, and if I do in fact, you know, if I am able to fit everything in this backpack, because I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to be able to. I've also got a camera bag, but you know, I really don't want to be that person that's riding around on a motorbike with a backpack on their back and a backpack on their front. It just makes you much less mobile. So with that, that is my Bali packing list. Those are the things I'll be taking to Southeast Asia. I'm going to be trying to get better at this whole videography thing. You know, I got plenty of cameras. I'm going to hang out with some really cool, interesting, smart people. So hopefully they keep the videos interesting for all of us. And, you know, I figure out a way to edit them and make them look cool. So anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed that. Hope that helped a little bit. And we'll see you soon.